There's lots to discuss today. Hello, hello, hello. A lot is on the table today. So, welcome everybody. Welcome. Hello, everybody on Instagram. Hi. Hello, everybody on YouTube and Facebook. Hello, 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 hello. So, as we are heading into some real cray kind of energy. So, strap yourself in, grab your coffee, grab your tea or your water. And thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the live. And thank you for those who watch the replay. So we're going to put the ducks to rest as we dive into some of the energies and what is beginning to unfold. So thank you for joining me. Hey. So we are in crazy times. Crazy times. Yes, the sun is still in Libra. The moon will be going to its balsamic phase later on today, as we are going to be having Mars on the East Coast. It'll be moving into Scorpio, and then it'll be probably by morning time on the West Coast. So we have some really stop the ride. I want to get off. Sorry, Dana. Sorry. My husband asked me if I could move the fucking planets. And I said no. No, I can't move the fucking planets. So we are heading into some the energy, because we have Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn is about your tenacity. It's about what you can get done, how you are connecting, right? And are you doing the work? It is not about sitting around twiddling your thumb and hoping that your fairy godmother and the unicorns are going to come in and get your shit done. That's not how it works. This is about putting the pedal to the metal and getting the stuff done. And Pluto, now that it's going forward, is really going to get into that motion of saying, are you doing your stuff? Are you getting it all done? Because it's Capricorn. Capricorn is about, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing the marketing that I'm supposed to be doing? Am I actually connecting with it? Am I learning? If I don't know how to do it, I can't sit around and complain and say, oh, well, I don't have the money to do it. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. Get off your ass. Get on YouTube. Go learn how to do it. That's Capricorn. I'm just telling you the astrology. That's where the energy is. If you want to learn something, if you are complaining, go grab a book. Go learn how to do it. This is where, all you can do, and this is all, and how you are going to connect. Who are you connecting with? How are you connecting with those people? If you are wanting to get out and create abundance, are you mimicking me? Yes, Dana, I'm mimicking you. If you want to learn a new recipe or want to learn how to pressure can, go on TikTok. There's billions of people on there that are teaching people how to do it. There's billions of people on YouTube that are teaching people how to do it. That's the thing. There's no excuses on doing what you want to do. It's like a lot of people, no offense to anybody, but how I learned how to use like some of the graphic arts and stuff I'm doing, I watch YouTube videos on other people who are professionals at Canva and are professionals at sort of doing this marketing and promoting. I'm learning how to use the chat GPT to do things and assist me and figuring it out. It's like, if you're sitting there waiting for the cable guy to come, but you can go to Best Buy and buy the fucking box there and say, hey, you know what? Why am I waiting for him? I know how to string a cable and put it in. All I need is the box, right? This is where the energy is. It's getting out and getting the things done. If you are sitting there and saying, well, yeah, I would love to prep and I need to get stuff in there, but you're sitting there not doing anything. You're sitting there not trying to create or buy the tomatoes to do the canning, and you're hoping that the elves are going to come through in the middle of the night. The elves aren't coming. The elves aren't coming, just to let you guys know. The elves are not coming. No, no. They're tired and they've gone on strike with the auto workers. So so they're just not coming. Is there a hidden message there? This is where the energy is. It's with Mars going into Scorpio. If you don't have what it takes to get your ass off the ground and get your shit done, it ain't going to get done. This is where the reason I'm doing the vision board class, one of the big reason is to get people, like, my vision board isn't just slapping pictures onto a board. It's about really methodically thinking about what it is that has been holding you back. How can I move forward? This is what I want to create. This is what I want. But what are the things that are holding me from doing what I want to do? And looking at them and letting them go so I can start to begin to create them. Or what are those steps? If you are needing to get yourself out of debt right now and you're like, holy shit, I don't know, interest rates are so high, maybe you have to get the loan to get yourself out of debt so you don't get yourself into any more trouble. That's where the energy is. It's like you can sit there and you can cry and you can whine, but we are coming into the devil days with the dark moon, and it's a solar eclipse. It's not easy. This is not easy. This is where you're going to be seen. You thought shit was getting crazy now. This has just opened a whole new kettle of fish. It just opened up and cracked open. We are going to be seeing mass craziness coming up over the next several months, even several years. This is where we are coming into seeing where we've already witnessed some horrific pictures that have come across. Have come across my feed, anyways, on what is going on. And blessings. I don't take sides. My blessings are on for both sides. This is where we are going to have to dig our heels in and dig them deep and saying, this is what we are going to start doing. And this is what we're going to start preparing for. It isn't about trying to skip around things. It's not about trying to make excuses of why you're not doing what you're doing and what you know you should be doing. If you are wanting to create something, if you're wanting to create a business, what are you doing to create the business? If you want to learn about marketing and you have to learn about marketing with your business and you're a one-man band like me, you got to learn about marketing. That means I take little free courses here and there and gather the information and do it. I can't afford to go to a full marketing class. Fine. One day I will be. I go on different sites that really, I can't remember. Anyways, different ones that teach you how to do things. And some of them have subscriptions that I do pay for, so I can learn in more details. And the subscriptions aren't a whole lot, but they're helping me to. Skillshare is one. So I go on to Skillshare. Fabulous site. You can learn so much shit on Skillshare. Skillshare is a site where there's teachers from all over the world that'll teach you marketing to how to paint by numbers, how to use your computer, how to use anything like Adobe Photoshop, all of that. That's what you got to do. Pay the fucking, $8.99 a month and learn it. They have step-by-step classes on there, and you can learn from the step-by-step classes, right? To learn how I'm learning, like Canva just came out with a whole shitload of stuff, right? Canva's another place to learn how to do. They even have AI that can write things out for you on there now. With different people on YouTube and learning from them because they're a part of Canva and they have these videos that you can sit there and watch. You want to learn how to write a book. You want to learn how to make kimchi or whatever. It's there for you. That's where the energy is. Now, if you're not going to do it, if you're going to sit there and you're going to be the whiny little bitch, then it ain't going to get done. It's like you can even watch a video on how to paint a wall properly if you don't know how to paint, right? We are at a fabulous time in the world of being able that there's so much vastness out there, so much knowledge out there for us that it's at our fingertips. You don't have to go and use the Dewey system. Anybody who knows what the Dewey system is at the library or get fiches and look things up. It's at your fingertips. It is there. Here in Calgary, you could get a library card for free. For free. You just go down there and you register and you can take a book. And you know what? If you're late on your book, you don't really have to pay as long as you return the fucking book. If you keep the book long enough, yeah, you'll end up paying. Let's say you keep it for 6 months. But otherwise, you don't have to pay. If you don't have a computer here in Calgary, you could go there and they will loan you a laptop and you could use the laptop there. They even have free classes on how to use a laptop. There's no excuses. The only excuse is what you have inside. And when Mars goes in to Scorpio, this is going to be crazy outbreak of shit. Because Mars in Scorpio pushes you to a point where some places you don't want to be pushed. It's going to push boundaries further than boundaries have ever been pushed. And who's it making aspects to? Well, one is Saturn. The other one, he's going to do oppositions to Jupiter over the next 7 weeks. So this is really getting us. The next 7 weeks, we are going to see the craziest transfer of powers and revolutionary actions that are going to begin. We are going to see a lot of division happening, and you don't want to get into the divide. You don't want to start picking sides. You don't want to go into the narrative. This is where you thought it was bad with what just happened over the past 3 years. This is where you don't want to get into who's right and who's wrong. When it comes to belief systems and people's belief systems, they can be pretty fucked up. And people can be gung-ho and hanging on to every fucking thread of their belief system. Doesn't matter. So this energy is also saying, don't start picking sides. Send love to either side. There's a narrative that's being said. Remember, there's a narrative that's being said, a narrative that's being told. But remember, there's always 2 sides to every story. 2 sides to every story. Don't get caught up in it. Same in your own life. And this is where you're going to see where you think things are going well. You think everything's going okay. This is where relationships just fall away. You weren't even thinking about that. Right? So, but if you are solid within yourself, if you are solid within your energy, this is going to bring forth such, keep you into the light. I'm having all the continuing learning in life. I just retired, having grafted hard for 42 years like you. I want to volunteer to help others that I hope may be the journey for me. Definitely. This is where it's to do it, make a list. Who do you want to volunteer for? Where am I going to volunteer? Who do I contact? What do I need to do? I have to take a course? Do they want me to take a course? Do I need my first aid? Do I need to do a background check? What do I need before I go? These are little things to start to check off and start to look into, right? Get on their websites. This is the thing. This is what people have to start doing. It's a bitter pill that people are going to have to swallow. And things are going to start to escalate to a point of crazy. This isn't anything that happened and people having crazy fights that were just happening over the elixir. This is 100 times more that are going to escalate. This is where we're going to be seeing and witnessing so much distraught within the world. And this is where you have to come into your light, into your strength, into your inner being. That's what Mars and Scorpio is. Mars and Scorpio is saying, where's your tenacity? Where's your strength? Where's that willpower that you need to continue on? Pluto and Capricorn, how are you doing it? What are you putting together? If you need a list, get a list. If you need to go see a doctor because you got ADHD or ADD because your mind is already scattered, suck it up. Go see a doctor and talk to him about it. Utilize it. Western medicine and in herbal medicine, we can use it both. They're both there for a reason if you need them. There is going to be so much unraveling over the next several years and over the next year that it's going to push people to the brink. And this moon is the trigger. This moon is the firing. And this moon is a full, well, not a full solar, well, it is a full solar eclipse, but it's 99.9%. That's why you see the ring of fire. You see the ring of fire around there. That's the ring of truth. Where's the truth happening in your life? What is the truth within you? Are you standing in your truth and in your light? That's where the power is. If you start getting into some heated, stupid argument about something with somebody, don't. Walk away. It's not worth it. Send them love and light. Because remember, the other person is always right. If you're in an argument, the other person is always right. That's one of the biggest lessons within Journey Club. And it's a hard bullet to bite, especially when you are hanging on to your thoughts, your beliefs, what you think this is the truth. And the other person's going to say, well, this is my truth. And you're going to say, okay, you know what? I can't change your mind, but I can send you love and light. I can send you peace. And as you do that, you give it up to the Holy Spirit and you ask for inner peace and a miracle. And you give it up to the Holy Spirit and you ask for inner peace and a miracle. You're not going to change their minds. That's all you can do at this time. And go forward and do your light work and do what you know you have to do. That's where the energy is. Don't get caught in the craziness of the South Node in Libra, because it gets very mucky and dirty down there. And this is where we have to look at our own tenacity, our own inner strength in order for us to move forward. Now that there's so much censorship coming onto YouTube and onto other platforms, I do have to really watch the words I utilize on these platforms and the message I have to give you. And my message to all of you is love and light. And really staying in that love and light. There are things that if you are wanting to know more of what I think and what I know that's going to happen, you have to come to my classes because I will discuss them there. Because they're on a separate platform and they're not on a public platform. But there's going to be things that are going to give you a mind fuck. The ones that you think are enemies are not enemies. The ones that you think are friends are not friends. And this is going to be huge, crazy twist of events and twisting how things are going to unfold. So don't stand with one side and don't stand with another side. Stand in the middle and stand in the light. Information and things that are going to come out are going to be more horrific than what you could even fathom. So you send it love. That's all you can do at this time. This is another trigger to the events that are unfolding and to more of what I have been telling people for the longest time. And this last quarter of this year, we are going to witness a lot of skyrocketing of oil and gas. So your utilities are going to go up, your food prices are going to go up, things are going to start going crazy. We're going to be seeing places like Europe begin to fall, and the European nation. This is going to cause another radical craziness in the world. And what we can do, this is what we can do, is like all you can do is come into your light and come into your inner strength and know what you need to do and put your little ducks in a row. And sometimes one duck doesn't want to stay, and that's okay. We might have a duck fall over, but it is going to be a bit of a craziness. And this is where a lot of people have a lot of mental illnesses, can get triggered at this time. Eclipses bring in high suicides. Eclipses also cause a lot of disruption within people. This eclipse, as I said, is going over Texas, and the next eclipse in April is crossing over this eclipse where the energy lies, and that's over Texas. So there's going to be some crazy shit that's going to hit Texas and in around that area and going down to South America. So we're going to be seeing a lot of things unfold before us. And that's where we have to make sure you have your stuff in order. Make sure you know how to connect with your family. If something happens, do you know how to connect with your family? Do you know where you guys are going to meet? Do you know what you're going to do? What is that? What does that look like? Are you able to hunker down for at least 2 weeks without worry? Your ducks just want to scatter and fly. Yeah, I understand. That's why that's why the focus is what do I need to do? You just said you want to volunteer. I'm going to focus on volunteering. Where am I volunteering? What does that look like? You know, where do I want to volunteer? I don't know, anywhere. Do I want to volunteer at the local kids library and read every Thursday and do readings and read story time and volunteer to read story time? Whatever it is, right? This is where the energy is. That's where you're bringing your light. You're bringing your love and your light there. You are wanting to create some kind of new product, or you have a new idea to create something, and maybe it's a prayer shawl. Okay, so maybe a prayer shawl you want. Like, I've been thinking, I need to create a prayer shawl. I want to learn how to knit. Okay, find your local place where they sell. Even Michael's does classes where they teach you how to do these things. If not, find it on YouTube or TikTok. YouTube have longer videos, but and learn how to make a prayer shawl. You want to help, or you want to want to gather maybe items, and maybe you want to send them away to certain people. Do that. There's different organizations that help to do that. St. Vincent de Paul, fabulous organization. It is run through the Catholic Church, but St. Vincent de Paul is a non-denominational charity group that do a lot of different things, and there's different places in town here, in most towns that have it, that you can go and you can volunteer and go help people set up their apartment, because sometimes they get furniture for people, they get food baskets for people, they help single moms, things like that. So there's things, if you want to do it, if you want to help, definitely, right? Maybe you're great at all kinds of things. So This is where the energy's at. There's a lot of push that's going to push people, and in that pushing, it's going to feel very overwhelming to a lot of people. And it's going to take and I'm going to use the word again, it's going to take a lot of tenacity to do this, and it's going to kick a lot of people in the ass. So for my I was going to say my scrapbooking class, my vision board class, it is on the 21st and 22nd. It's a Saturday, Sunday. It is recorded. I will be teaching it live. You get a huge handout, a huge book that we are going to be going through and working through in order to create our vision of what we want to do, especially over the next few months and into 2024. In 2024, I'm going to have a part 2 to this class. So we're going to have that probably in February. So we're going to go through the January. I'm going to be holding some meditations and things like that. And we're going to be holding different impromptu kind of classes on connecting and keeping ourselves grounded. We're going to be doing that through January. January is going to be a little bit nutty. And we are going to, and for the rest of the year too. So even in December, I know December is Christmas and all that, but December, I feel a lot of people are going to be needing like impromptu prayer group. So on a Saturday, I'll have like, here we are, we're meeting online, blah, blah, blah. We're going to be doing a day of prayer, $15 or whatever. Or we're going to be doing this. So having those little things happening just to keep people grounded and in alignment, because they're going to be needed over the next several months. The thing is, evil has to get big before it can get popped. And we as human beings, humans are not peaceful people. This is the longest time in history that there has been actual peace. Not everywhere, but I mean, on a whole for the world, this has been a time where there's been more peace than ever before. And it has come where there's been, it has to come back into some kind of balance. And that can be a really mind fuck for a lot of people who want to live in, and you're going to find a lot of spiritual people aren't going to be showing up, or they're going to start taking sides, and you can't take sides. That's going to be the thing. That's going to be the hardest thing. Right? Mom would approve. And that's the part of it. You got to come into a place of reverence and a place of discernment. And that's where this energy is. If we're not coming into a place of reverence and discernment, then we are going to go down a bloody basket, a bloody hole, and go bloody well bonkers. And we're going to be basket cases, and we don't want that. We don't need you to be basket cases. My guides are showing me that there's so many out there that are light workers, that to shine your light, to do what you need to do, show up with a smile on your face, send love and light to people as you go, even to the little old lady who's being an asshole in front of you in line, even to the person who cut you off, right? This is going to, like this morning, it was taking Mateus to school. First of all, okay, we know that he's a Gemini with a Libra moon and Aquarius rising. Well, if Wind doesn't really want to move, he's a slow little mouse. So I'm just like, okay, so that's when I have to do the timing. Okay, Mateus, he starts school at 8:00. Mateus, it's 7:10. You got 20 minutes. What do you need to do? Go through the list with me. Okay, and maybe that's what you need. So we went through the list. Do you have your sandwich? Do you have all your lunch? Do you have your snacks? Yes. Do you have your water bottle? Yes. What do you have tonight? Basketball. What do you need for basketball? Oh, my basketball's out in the rain. Well, what do you need to do what do you need to do? I got to get my basketball. Get your basketball. going through that. Sometimes we as adults, we have to go through all of this. What do you need? Okay, I need to do this. This is what I need to do. And going through that. And then finally it's like, okay, we got to leave by 7:30 because we want to make sure that we get, because the parking lot gets super crazy around there. So you want to get there a little early. Otherwise it's just nutty. Anyways, to get to a school. And then they opened up the doors, I think at 1:45. So they got to go in early today. But going through the list, going through all of that, giving yourself time. We had a guy on Bow Trail, and he was up on my ass as I was going on to Boat Trail. It was quite hilarious. I couldn't go any faster. And then I had to turn and merge on to Boat Trail in Calgary here. You just merge on. Anyways, so I'm merging on. He got so mad. He just went into the other lane, and it's like pouring down rain here. And he just took off like a bat out of hell. And I'm just like, okay, I don't go slow when I drive. I got a little bit of a heavy foot. I try and be good. And he just sort of passed me, and he was going like I was going like 60, which was actually the speed limit. He passed me, and he must have been going close to 100K. And as he passed me, and then he went around, and then right by the Walmart there, he got stopped as the light was red, not by a cop, and he couldn't go any faster because just couldn't go any faster. Everybody was late this morning. So he was trying, and his little Lexus was trying to get through the traffic. And I'm just like, man, just breathe. It's like I wanted to breathe for him this morning. But that's the first. You're going to find people, and they're going to be wanting to give you their opinion, and they're going to be very opinionated. They're going to be very staunch in what they're doing. And there's things that I know, and I can't say them on here because I don't want to, because I'm not even monetized, but I had the person I follow and I, talked to him a few times. He's been demonetized because they said he wasn't an expert on the subject, which I thought was kind of weird because it's quite well knowledgeable since he's been in the military, in the British military, for a number of years, and he served in Northern Ireland and stuff. So he knows a little bit of stuff. But anyways, this is where, like this Friday, just be aware of where you're going. And this Friday, just be aware of where you're going, because what is going to be unfolding on Friday? Just know your surroundings. Know your surroundings, and just be who's there, who's around me. That's one of the biggest things I've always taught my kids. It's like, you don't see with your eyes, you see with your eyes, but you also got to see, you got to hear, and you got to feel, and then go by here. So if you look around, but if something's not feeling right and you're sort of hearing something weird, move in another direction. So be aware of your surroundings. Beware of your surroundings, especially this Friday. So this weekend, I'm off to Manville. I will be leaving early Friday morning, so I probably won't do a blog. And then I will be in Manville Friday, all day Friday and all day Saturday. So if you have already ordered your new moon reading, you should have received it already. So I'm pretty well caught up on it. If you are still humming and hawing about, should I get a new moon reading? You can, I won't be able to get it to you today, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. So, because my day is pretty well packed today with a lot of things I have to get done. So, yeah. And if you are wanting to do that vision board, it's $130. You could do a payment plan. If you want to do a payment plan with it, that's fine. The meeting with the ancestors is sold out. So if you missed out on that, and if there's enough people still interested in meeting with the ancestors, I will do another one. Okay. So I will do another one if you are still interested in the meeting with the ancestors, and I'll do another one. It'll probably be just after, that, right? So just an FYI. So guys, I'm going to send you guys out. Oh, let me pull a card. Let me pull a card. Got to pull a card. So I'm going to pull a card, put my coffee to the side. They're so big. The King of Raphael. So it's the King of Cups. This is about allowing for you to have, well, safe travels, but the ability to accomplish many things at once. So this is the energy of bringing in that energy, right? Allowing for yourself to really trust and trust that intuition, trust that feeling that you're having. Dana, I will, if you are interested, and if I can get a couple more people interested, I will do another one. Okay. So I'll just put that out there. So we have intuition coming in strongly, and with that comes the Knight of Michael. So information, how you're feeling. There's going to be a lot of emotion out there, and it's going to come in very quickly. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to try and think logic over emotion, and then emotion comes in. So there's a real ramping up of energies that are coming in for people today. If you are feeling overwhelmed, if you're getting in that ramped up, go wash your hands. Go wash your hands. So I have Dana and I have Charlene that are interested in it. 2 people. So yes, I will do another one, and I will post it out and do another date on that. Okay. It'll be in the evening, just an FYI, it'll be an evening one. So I like to do them after 6:30. Wash your hands if you are feeling overly emotional about things, if things are getting too much for you today, and allow for yourself to ground and center. All right. It's, with that, it is where a lot of stuff's going to come in about the world. So the world energy is coming in, and it's going to bring in a lot of emotional, and it's going to feel very illogical about some of the things that are coming in. So know that there's a lot of changes that are coming in, and those changes are going to bring in a lot for you all. Call in your angels, call in Michael. Michael's showing up twice here in this energy. So we got the Knight of Michael, we have Archangel Michael. So we have Michael coming in very strongly today. Call him in to watch over and guide you in all that you say and all that you be and all you do. And ask for Raphael for the healing, and sending out healing for yourself and for those around you. All right. So have a blessed day, everybody. And I'll talk to you guys all soon. So have a great one. And let's go feed the ducks. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Yeah.